Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Kent Lutzen. A 74-year-old Hamilton man is dead and 2 others injured after a multiple vehicle crash on Highway 93 near Victor. Montana Highway Patrol says on Friday morning at around 10:40, a GMC Sierra going southbound crossed the intersection into oncoming traffic for unknown reasons and sideswiped a Honda Accord. The GMC continued southbound and hit a Chevy Tahoe head-on. The driver of the GMC and Honda Accord were left injured, and the driver of the Chevy Tahoe was pronounced dead. MHP says all drivers involved were wearing their seatbelts. Drug, alcohol, and speed are not suspected to be a factor. However, road conditions at the time of the crash were wet and slushy. Frenchtown residents should prepare for a summer of road construction. The Montana Department of Transportation is beginning work on improving an 11-mile stretch on the Frenchtown frontage road. This frontage reconstruction is part of a greater project to increase the connectivity between Frenchtown and Houston. According to MDT engineer Shane Stack, the new roadway will still prioritize the foot and bike path.
The project will include a shared use path for the entire length of the project, so the non-motorized folks will be accommodated. The roadway surfaces had been deteriorating over the last few years to the point where it needed to be reconstructed. It's already essentially started with utility relocates. The notice to proceed has been given to the contractor.
The road is expected to cost between $12 and $13 million, all of which come from state and federal gas tax. The project is set to begin March 1st. Race to Sky Montana hit their 33rd year dog sled race down in Lincoln, Montana. Starting around 11 a.m. this morning, all of the competing dogs were vet checked before the run. MTN's Lindsay Ford spoke with a couple of competitors about how they got into this sport.
On Saturday, the sun was out with a great number of people excited to see some dog sledding. Race to the Sky Montana dog sled race held 21 competitors for 2018, coming from different towns in Montana and other states. Lori Warren from Idaho says she's been racing for 6 years and got into dog sledding because of her eldest son.
So I would go to the races with him and help him out and sit in the truck a lot and drum my fingers and wait for him. And they had some dogs that weren't doing well for him. And I decided, well, instead of sitting here, I'll just go run their dogs a little bit.
Warren is competing in the 300-mile adult race.
Trevor, my youngest son, encouraged me to run a race, and I just was addicted. I really enjoyed it. I love working with the dogs. I love being outside. There's nothing better than being up in the mountains where you can't get otherwise with your best friends. Before the race, some mushers wrapped their dogs' paws to protect them from cuts and ice packed in between. Charmaine Morrison from Polson, Montana competed in the 100-mile junior race. Morrison got into dog sledding because of a school project. She built a sled, started off with 3 dogs, and then expanded to 17 Alaskan Huskies.
I think my favorite part is just being the connection with the dogs and having, a bond with each and every one of them. And they're, kind of my family, extended family, I guess.
Morrison's been mushing for 5 seasons, and this is her 2nd year racing. Morrison said her friends and family were surprised that she took on this sport.
And it's definitely taken a little getting used to. Never been a big dog family, but now we are, so.
Travis Schweigert, Charmaine's father, said it's been great to help his daughter with her passion of dog sledding.
I am very proud of her, and it's fun seeing her excel.
Mushers will be traveling to Ovando and Sealy Lake for the 100-mile finish, and 300-milers will continue back through Ovando and finish at High Country Snack Foods near Lincoln.
Okay, so I'm here with the Barringer family, and they're here with their kids and some of their grandkids, and so are you guys excited about today, or?
Yeah, it's been a blast. We came up just to support friends, and we didn't expect it to be quite so fun, but it's been great.
It's cool to watch the dogs and just see how excited they get right before they start running. That part's really cool.
Lindsay Ford, MTN News, Lincoln.
Well, it looks like it was a nice day out there today, and it looks like it will be pretty dry the next few days. Let's head over to meteorologist Russ Thomas with his first forecast. Russ.
Yeah, it was nice across much of the area today. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures a little on the chilly side for this time of year. Typically, we're seeing our afternoon highs averaging in the mid to upper 30s. Not the case today, but again, all across the state, we were getting sunshine, and that was very nice. As we look at our current temperatures, We're down to 16 in Kalispell, 14 Polson, 17 in Missoula. We're going to see those numbers continue to drop because we do have a mostly clear sky, and we'll continue to see that. So we're looking at single digits to low to mid-teens depending on locations. I'll have more on that for you, plus let you know we expect to see snow again coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Russ. Sometimes the smallest among us can show incredible bravery and strength. The Congenital Heart Public Health Consortium reports 1 in every 110 babies are affected each year by congenital heart defects. Mended Little Hearts is a group that offers support for parents and kids whose lives are forever changed by CHD. And today they had their annual Valentine's Day Family Bash at the Missoula Fairgrounds. Erin Edge, a volunteer, experienced firsthand the positive influence of the resources MLH provides when her daughter, Brayden, had a rare heart defect.
And people to talk to and kids for Brayden to meet. So as she got older, we really noticed that she wanted to meet other kiddos that had a scar. And so she likes to talk about her scar, but she does get self-conscious about it. But with other kiddos, she feels like she's not the only one.
Mended Little Hearts raised $1,100 at tonight's event. And once teenagers hit high school and attend proms and homecoming, there are only a few moments for fathers to dance with their daughters. Tonight, some dads slowed down time and boogied the night away with their daughters at the YMCA Sweetheart Dance. The kids each received a corsage when they arrived. Tony and Avery Saunders have been coming to the dance for 3 years. Avery was only a year old, her first time, making her the youngest to attend that year.
We look forward to it all year, and we dance at home and we practice a lot, and she loves dancing, and so what keeps us coming back is it's a great environment. It's very special to us, a special thing to do between a father and daughter, and I really look forward to it, and I hope she does as well.
The dance took place only a few days after the Y began its annual support campaign to raise funds for their programs. From February 7th to March 14th, they are working towards their goal of raising $300,000, pardon me. And in national news, President Trump tweeted Saturday that lives are being destroyed without due process. He didn't specify any particular individual, but it comes after 2 White House aides resigned amid spousal abuse allegations. Former White House Secretary Rob Porter resigned when his 2 ex-wives came forward and accused him of abuse. Porter has denied their accusations on Friday. The president only wished Porter well, stating Porter says he's innocent. But Porter told White House council members more than a year ago that his background check for a security clearance might reveal unflattering information. On Friday, a second White House aide, speechwriter David Sorensen, resigned after former wife said he abused her during their marriage. Sorensen denies those allegations. While Olympic athletes from North and South Korea compete as one united team, there was a possible diplomatic breakthrough between their 2 nations. Holly Williams is in Seoul, about 80 miles from the Olympic Village.
In the presidential palace in Seoul today, another sign of the thaw between North and South Korea. President Moon Jae-in of South Korea welcomed this woman, Kim Yo-jong. She's the sister of North Korea's enigmatic dictator Kim Jong-un and the first member of North Korea's ruling dynasty to set foot in South Korea since the two went to war in 1950. After a spate of North Korean missile and nuclear tests and a war of words between the regime in Pyongyang and the US, President Moon wants to kickstart talks. Today, he was rewarded with an invitation to the north for a summit meeting. Another sign of the warming came on the ice, as a unified Korean women's hockey team, with players from both North and South, competed against Switzerland. Some here in South Korea say the Olympics have been hijacked by politics. We're very upset, said this man. South Korea organised the Pyeongchang Olympics, but now they've become the Pyongyang Olympics.
There's been no specific word on when President Moon Jae-in will visit the north, but it would be the first summit meeting between leaders of the 2 Koreas in more than a decade. The unified Korean women's hockey team lost their game 8-0. Holly Williams, CBS News, Seoul.
It's going to be cold, but will we see snow? After the break, meteorologist Russ Thomas will have answers. Stay tuned.